Hi Virgo, welcome to Step Into Yourself Tarot. My name is Savannah and I'm here to do your collective reading. I had actually intended on doing Cancer today, but Spirit prompted me to do Virgo. And so I sat with Spirit and was just asking if there are any messages for you. And I got a lot of downloads and I'm going to start with sharing those. So let me get to those messages. Thank you for being with me today. I really appreciate you and your support. Okay, so a lot of different messages. The first image that I got was a warp of light. And by warp, I mean it was multiple different colors, kind of all warped into one. And there was movement. And then a moon appeared. There was still water below the moon, and the moon was glistening down upon it. And it was just complete silence. It was silent. And then I heard, listen and be still. And then the next image that I received was a tree. It was like this gigantic tree with roots. And there was an emphasis on the roots. And those roots, they looked all tangled up. And the tree was like falling over. Some of the roots were actually above the ground, not in the soil. And then some of them were beneath the soil. And then I saw the image of a mirror. And I asked Spirit, what is it about this mirror? What do you want Virgo to know about this mirror? But it was only that image. There was nothing attached to it, or seemingly attached to it. And then I saw a silhouette figure. And by silhouette, I mean couldn't see any of the features of the figure. It just looked like a gray figure. And it was walking. It didn't look like it was going anywhere in particular. This figure was just walking. Not in a hurried pace, not in a slow pace, just walking normally. And then I saw an owl, and there was a huge emphasis on the eyes. The eyes were like piercing, like I could just see the eyes. And then I was asking Spirit, like, what about this owl? And the image changed to the owl's claws gripping tightly to a branch. The claws looked long, worn out, dirty, and they were like clenching onto the branch. It seemed like for dear life. And then the next image that I received was a baseball diamond. And so I was like sitting with that image, and my gaze went from first base, then to second base, and then to third base, and it kind of stopped there for a moment. And I was asking Spirit, like, well, what next? Like, is it stopping here? And he said no. And then I started like seeing the road, the road to the path to home plate, but the white chalk that's like on the baselines of the diamond was missing halfway down the path from third base to home. So like the chalk kind of went halfway and then it stopped. And then I heard time doesn't tell. And I heard look it up. So I looked it up, and the first thing that popped up was time doesn't determine anything. And so I clicked on it, and it said you can be in a relationship for 2 years and feel nothing. You can be in a relationship for 2 months and feel everything. Time is not a measure of quality, of infatuation, or of love. And I asked Spirit, what else? And he said, look down. And so I went further down, and I saw when a man truly loves a woman, she becomes his weakness. When a woman truly loves a man, he becomes her strength. This is called exchange of power. And so I'm not looking at gender here with this quote that was there. So when an individual truly loves a person, that person becomes their weakness. When an individual truly loves another person, they become their strength. This is called exchange of power. So possibly power will come into your reading, or power dynamics. And so then I was just kind of sitting with that and asking Spirit, is there anything else about this that you want Virgo to know? And I heard the song. And I'm like, the song? So I just looked up those words, time doesn't tell, the song, the lyrics, and Time Won't Tell by Joan Osborne came up. I don't know that song, perhaps some of you do, but the lyrics says, I can't believe that after all this time, you keep slipping back across my mind. Did we maybe leave the love behind, afraid of what we felt? Other loves I've had have come and gone. I don't know why. They just don't last too long. There are questions that go on and go that time won't tell. Time won't tell me how it might have been, and time won't make what's wrong all right. It can only take me back again and rerun those memories in black and white. And at that point, I asked Spirit, like, okay, is this enough? And I got the message, keep going down. And so I come down, I'm reading down, and Spirit says right there. And so the very last stanza of the song says, you never see the road you didn't take. You never feel the love you failed to make. But you never know might be the words to say, and time won't tell, time won't tell. So I don't know if any of you know that song, perhaps listen to it. I know I will be listening to it after your reading. And then I saw the color purple, and then I saw the King of Pentacles card, which speaks authority. I know what I build. I'm in complete authority of my 3D world, my 3D reality. And the color purple represents royalty. And then I saw a rope, and it was like a tug-of-war rope. It had the white piece of tape in the center of the rope. There wasn't individuals holding onto the rope. I only knew it was a tug-of-war rope based on that white tape. And the rope, as I was honing in on it, it snapped. And I could see the dust as it began to fall and disintegrate into the air. Excuse me. And then I heard the words, no more. And then the next image I got was of a star, and it was pretty dim at first, but as I was gazing upon it, it got brighter and brighter. And then I heard Sag. And so perhaps some of you are connected to a Sag. I'm not sure. Nothing else came up with that. It was just Sag. That's all I heard. So perhaps even my Sagittarius reading you might want to check out if that resonates with you. And then I saw a rainbow, and the 10 of Cups card emerged. And so I could see the rainbow and this individual, two individuals within that card, and there's multiple other people around it. So 10 of Cups is heart fulfillment, heart abundance, with many. And then I saw the color green and a green flag. And so I asked Spirit, go where? like a green flag is usually like a good thing, like it's go. And I asked Spirit, go where? And a paved road showed up. And I asked the question, anything else about the road for Virgo? And I heard, look it up. So I looked it up, and it says, the facts we have. The event had the curious effect of stopping clocks. The sojourners, unnamed, have lost everything except each other and their will to survive. So I'm going to read that again. The facts we have. The event had the curious effect of stopping clocks. The sojourners, unnamed, have lost everything except each other and their will to survive. And then I saw 411. So could be like time 411, could be 411. Not sure what that means. You might want to look it up. And then I felt tingling and numbness in my left foot. 1 second, Virgo. My dogs are howling as they're napping, or apparently not napping. 1 sec. All right, sorry about that, Virgo. Not sure what that was about. I'm sure somebody walking by the front yard. But okay, back to the messages. Tingling and numbness in my left foot. That was like it came out of nowhere, and I'm not sure if that resonates with anyone. Perhaps if it does, could just tell you that this reading is for you. Also, it could be an indicator to get your left foot checked out. But I definitely felt tingling and numbness in my left foot specifically. And then I heard the sound of a bell, and it reminded me actually of like my singing bowl. So I'm gonna use the singing bowl for a moment just so you can hear what it sounded like. I heard that, and then I saw a timer, like a kitchen timer with like where it ticks, and I could actually hear the ticking of the timer. And then I saw a mat, and it looked like a yoga mat, and it made me think of meditation. Not sure if that's a practice that perhaps some of you subscribe to, but that definitely came up. And then I saw, this is kind of an odd vision. It was like, how do I describe this? It's almost like I could see the body, but the body was like clear, but it was like specifically the head. And I could see the brain, and there was energy that was like pulling up in the brain, and it soared like straight through the body right to the heart. So perhaps something with knowledge or understanding, but whatever that energy was that was in the brain in this image, it like soared, like seared. It was very quick moving, and went from the brain like straight to the heart. And then I saw a blanket, and I actually could feel myself like wrapped in this blanket. It felt very comforting. And then the next and final image was a diamond, and it was in the dirt. And so like I picked up the diamond and I dusted off the dirt, and the diamond glistened. And I specifically say glistened. That was really important in this image, because it reminded me of the earlier vision of the moon and the still water below it, and the moon was glistening down upon the water. And so perhaps there's something with that glistening, but specifically in that last image, it was a diamond in the dirt. I picked it up, dusted it off, and it glistened. And that was the final channeled message, Virgo. There's a lot here. I'm definitely going to keep this alongside of me so that I can refer back to it during your reading. All right, excellent. So really excited after those channeled messages to see what comes up for you today. I'm going to start with, what am I going to start with, Spirit? Okay, he's saying moonology. All right, so let's see what other messages you have for Virgo today. Spirit, thank you so much for being present in this space. Thank you in advance for the messages that you're providing for Virgo. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So your hard work is paying off. Okay. Let's see what else. Anything else for Virgo, Spirit? What do you want Virgo to know? Anything else for Virgo? Actually, that hard work is paying off kind of makes me think of that diamond in the dirt. And when I dusted it off, it glistened. Hard work isn't always joyful or doesn't feel like it's something that is glistening. But when you dust off the dirt, it does glisten. When you achieve that thing that you've been working towards. Anything else for Virgo, Spirit? Anything else for Virgo? Out of the moonology. There it is. Okay. A new romantic cycle begins and communication is key. So new moon in Libra and new moon in Gemini. So a new romantic cycle begins. Communication is key. All right, excellent. And then your hard work is paying off. And then at the bottom of the deck, a time for healing, balsamic moon. So your hard work is paying off. A new romantic cycle begins. Communication is key. And then a time for healing. And actually what I'm seeing here, what's interesting, is on a new romantic cycle begins, there's a scale on here. So signifying balance. And then on communication is key, there's two individuals represented, two feminine entities. Very interesting. It could be just different aspects within the self, could be two completely different individuals, but Spirit is definitely calling attention to balance. Balance within yourself, balance with another, healing. Oh, and what's interesting about this, it's almost like the image that I received where the moon was above the water and it was glistening down upon the water. And the message attached to that was listen and be still, because there was silence. Okay, excellent. Thank you for those messages, Spirit. Any other overarching energies for Virgo? Any other overarching energies for Virgo. Other overarching energies for Virgo, Spirit. Any other? Once again, balance, yin and yang. And it says nothing has gone wrong. And so there's light at each point on this journey. What I'm seeing, I'm envisioning Wheel of Fortune here. And the Wheel of Fortune is like the journey, the flow of life. And in this card, at the center is balance, yin and yang. And the light is at each point in the journey. And Spirit's saying nothing has gone wrong. So perhaps the journey that you've been on is all supposed to be part of the flow of life. In perhaps achieving balance. We'll see. Transformation. And then in the center of this card, we have the World. So the World represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of another one. A new romantic cycle begins, and then remembrance. Oh, once again, like that wheel, the Wheel of Fortune, the flow of life. So Spirit's saying, remember. Not sure what to remember. Maybe we'll see in your reading. But whatever it is, Spirit is saying nothing has gone wrong. Remember in transformation. The end of one cycle, and at the end of one cycle, a new one begins. That's beautiful. All right, thank you for that, Spirit. So we're going to keep those overarching energies up on the top. All right, so we have your hard work is paying off. A new romantic cycle begins. Communication is key. A time for healing. Nothing has gone wrong. Remember, and transformation. That's beautiful. Okay, Spirit, where am I going next? Oracles. Okay. So let's see what Spirit has for you. What additional messages do you have for Virgo, Spirit? What additional messages do you have for Virgo? Any additional messages from these oracles? What additional messages do you have for Virgo? Anything? What else do you have for Virgo out of these? Trying to think back to some of your messages. The warp of light. Perhaps that's the transformation. Let's see. Anything out of these ones, Spirit? I combined two of my oracle decks, which are these. There's some. That's too many, Spirit. I'll take the top. Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Okay, so perhaps you've been seeing signs. Spirit saying, listen to those. listen and be still. So in the center of this card, we see somebody in meditation, and actually that yoga mat came up in the channeled messages. So perhaps recognizing those signs intuitively. Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Okay. Creator of happiness. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual. Therefore, it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. So Spirit is saying you are the creator of your own happiness. Reclaim your power to create your own joy and happiness. It's not dependent on an outside source or individual. Therefore, it can't be taken away. It can always be found within you. It's too many, Spirit. It's too many. Let's get one more for Virgo. Oh, there's one flipped. Morning rituals. In the mornings, I will take time to tune into myself, set high vibrational rituals that will help me lead a good day. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me and change them for the ones that do. So I think this is just talking about rituals in general. Taking time to tune into yourself. So that meditation, that came up in the karma card, or in the signs card, and then also the sign of the yoga mat. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me and change them for the ones that do. So transformation. Let's see, anything else? I'm trying to think of your messages that came up, and if there was anything surrounding habits. Well, I heard the words no more, and remember I saw that rope, and the rope snapped. It was that tug-of-war rope, and there was an emphasis on the dust as it began to fall and disintegrate into the air. So I think the message here, Spirit is saying, like, release, or how do you want me to say this, Spirit? I'm hearing the word abolish. Abolish those things that don't serve you. Say no more. You're the creator of your happiness. Reclaim your power. Oh, and we had the King of Pentacles card, and that color purple, which signifies royalty. And the King of Pentacles has the authority. So Spirit is saying reclaim your authority and abolish anything that does not serve you and that's not in alignment. He says, say no more. Okay, thank you for that, Spirit. Okay, where else are we going, Spirit? Archetypes. Okay. All right. What else do you have for Virgo? The healer. Okay, healing. We had that. Anything else for Virgo? Anything else for Virgo? The storm and the riddle. Oh, there's that rope. In the hands. So there's two hands. I'm going to show you the riddle card first. There's two hands like reaching for the rope on the sides. And then on the bottom of the rope, there's two hands that are like clasped together. The riddle. And then you see in the center, there's an eye. And if you remember the owl, and I said like their eyes were like piercing. And there was like a really strong emphasis on that. What did I write about the owl? The eyes were piercing. And the claws were gripping tightly to a branch, long, worn out, dirty claws clenching onto the branch. And here we actually have individuals trying to like clench onto this rope. Interesting. And then we have the storm. And so in this, there's like this looks like a lightning bolt. It reminds me of like the tower card. So some kind of sudden event situation, and it kind of like blows up everything. The towers can be really, really uncomfortable, but they are always meant to be for our highest good. And it actually reminds me of, where was that? Anything else about the road? And it said, the facts we have. The event had the curious effect of stopping clocks. The sojourners, unnamed, have lost everything except each other and their will to survive. Interesting. So that sounds to me like a storm. And Spirit saying, the sojourners, unnamed, have lost everything except each other and their will to survive. Okay, I'm definitely going to get into the text on these. The riddle, the storm, and then at the bottom of the deck, the empty room. Oh, that's interesting. And the stars are glistening here. They're glimmering. And if you remember, the star came up in my messages that I received, and the star was dim and it got brighter and brighter. And here these stars are like in the empty room. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's in these for you. Let's see, the riddle. Okay, it's in the tools, 171. Okay, the puzzle, the question, the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately, it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality that there is. Interesting. So not knowing. So the premise of this card is letting go of logic, letting go of intellect. And you may not know or understand why the situation occurred, but Spirit's saying, Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect. And remember, you got that card. Nothing has gone wrong. And so perhaps this was the divine plan all along. Interesting. The silhouette figure walking didn't look like anywhere in particular. They were just walking. Interesting. Okay. The next one, the storm. So 157 in the places. I have these all mixed up. Let's see here. Where's 157? There it is. The storm, the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder, possessing an energy much like the Tarot's Tower card. And if you remember, I said that. The storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. The ground becomes the sky becomes the center, and then the center disappears. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. A better option is to seek temporary shelter and a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. There, for a moment, you settle into the eye of the storm. The storm lays bare the truth that there are forces larger than you. This understanding is a relief, but also a predicament of power that requires your surrender. And if you remember, I said something about power. Where is it? Oh, when an individual truly loves another, they become their weakness. When an individual truly loves another, they become her strength. This is called exchange of power, and I think that this card is speaking to that as well. The storm lays bare the truth that there are forces larger than you. This understanding is a relief, but also a predicament of power that requires your surrender. So surrendering to the storm, knowing that nothing has gone wrong. It's all part of your wheel, your flow of life. Interesting. Perhaps it's part of the transformation. Perhaps without the storm, we wouldn't know we needed to transform. Interesting. Okay. And then let me get the healer for you. I wasn't going to look it up, but I'm feeling like there might be something in there. Okay, 111. The light worker, the gifted, the old soul. Though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember. Oh, so we have that remembrance, to return to and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. Interesting. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and ego as a means for deep integration. Interesting. So I'm going to reread. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. Forgetting is the source of all suffering and disease. And if you remember, Spirit is saying, remember. And there's your healer card. Forgetting is the source of suffering. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. That's beautiful. Okay. And then the final card, the empty room. Let's see. Where is it at? 147. Okay, the empty room. The vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we quote-unquote should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. Wow. So once again, speaking to that surrender to not knowing, to not understanding, to understanding that this is part of a larger plan, probably part of your transformation. The empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. That makes me think about that quote again. Let's see. Oh, part of that song, time doesn't determine anything. Or I'm sorry, it was before the song. The quote, you can be in a relationship for 2 years and feel nothing. You can be in a relationship for 2 months and feel everything. Time is not a measure of quality. And so even in this empty room, Spirit is saying it's filled to the brim with potential. The quality is there, even though you can't see it. Or we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to quote-unquote what we should do next to save our outward appearance. So once again, that idea of the ego came up in the empty room. Interesting. I was looking at the messages, perhaps something about the diamond in the dirt. So I had to dust off the dirt to be able to see it glisten. And so perhaps through the storm, in the space of the empty room, you may need to dust off the dirt to see what glistens, to see the potential of the empty room. Very interesting. All right, Virgo, that was a little bit of a journey there. Okay, thank you for that, Spirit. All right, where next, Spirit? All right, to the tarot. Okay. Show me Virgo. What else do you have for Virgo today? Thank you so much for all these messages, Spirit. So we have this imagery of time. Time not telling. We have all of that, those song lyrics about quality, about memories. Oh, about memories, remembering, remembrance. And it says, time won't tell me how it might have been, and time won't make what's wrong all right. It can only take me back again and rerun those memories in black and white. You never see the road you didn't take. Oh, and there was that image of the paved road with the green flag, and I asked, what about the green flag? Go where? And the paved road came. And the song says, you never see the road you didn't take. You never feel the love that you failed to make, but you never know might be the words to say, and time won't tell, time won't tell. Time won't tell. It reminds me of your archetypes where Spirit's saying, you don't need to know. Surrender to not knowing. Surrender to not being able to understand. Time won't tell. Time isn't going to bring you clarity. Perhaps it's not supposed to be known. So cool. The empty room. You're in the empty room and it's filled with potential. It's filled to the brim with potential, even though it doesn't look like it. Show me Virgo, Spirit. What else do you have for Virgo? Show me Virgo. What else do you have for Virgo? Show me Virgo. All right. I'm hearing 4 cards. King of Wands. Page of Pentacles, the Moon, 8 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. King of Wands, just like that King of Pentacles that came up, speaking authority, this is like the equivalent but in energy. So I know exactly where my energy points. I'm in control of my energy. I put my energy into those things that I know are correct for me. So it's like that kind of commanding authority. Page of Pentacles. I'm going to put energy into building, pulling something into my 3D reality. That's basically the equivalent of these two cards. The page is pretty small, but it is the effort, and it is like there's like an enthusiasm about doing so. I'm going to start small, is what you're showing me, Virgo. But I know where my energy points, and I'm going to pull it in. The Moon, 8 of Cups. So, remember I had mentioned the moon. There was the vision about the moon. A moon appeared, there was still water below it, and the moon was glistening down upon the water, and it was silent. So I definitely want to take a look at your moon. And then 8 of Cups. So a change or a turning point, leaving the old behind. So a new cycle beginning, transformation. All right, excellent. I think the King of Wands speaks for itself, but I want to take a look at your Page of Pentacles. What are you pulling in your 3D reality? What is Virgo pulling in? Page of Pentacles. Beginnings, opportunities, new beginnings, opportunities. What opportunity is Virgo pulling in? Oops. What opportunity is Virgo pulling in or embarking upon, putting their energy into? Show me Page of Pentacles for Virgo. Page of Pentacles for Virgo. One more, Spirit. Page of Pentacles for Virgo. Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles, I know what I've built. I know what I have. Queen of Pentacles is a very, let me just take a look really quick. Security, abundance. I'm going to move towards that, and I'm going to find balance, is what you're showing me. Chariot is also like passion, desire. So wand energy, like your King of Wands. I'm going to balance this. I'm going to put my energy and my momentum and my movement towards building security, Queen of Pentacles, and finding balance in this. That's beautiful. Excellent. A new cycle begins. New opportunity. Okay. Let's see the moon. What's perhaps been hidden from Virgo? What's been in the subconscious? Perhaps what did you have intuitive knowing about? So the moon also represents intuition. It also represents healing. So show me Virgo's moon. Oops. Show me the moon for Virgo. Show me the moon for Virgo. Cards are sticking. You not want to show me your moon, Virgo? I already saw your storm, even though I don't know what that storm was. But remember, the moon was glistening upon the water, and it was still and it was quiet. And Spirit said, listen and be still. Show me the moon. Show me the moon for Virgo. One more, Spirit. Show me the moon. The Magician, Ace of Wands, the Sun. Oh, that's beautiful. So what's been under your moon is that you've been manifesting new energy, a new beginning, Ace of Wands, that would bring you warmth and joy. And the Sun, that's beautiful. You've been manifesting this. So manifestation can occur consciously or subconsciously. Ace of Wands. It's, let me see here. Aces can be new or renewed. Magician, Ace of Wands, the Sun. Basically, you've been manifesting new desire, new energy, or renewed to reach for your sun. What you see as the sun. Joy, happiness, fulfillment, abundance. When you walk outside and you feel the warmth of the sun on your face, that's what you've been manifesting. I want to see your sun. What's your sun? What's that thing that brings you the sun? Two of Cups, relationship, connectivity, soul bond. King of Wands again. What's the sun for Virgo? Show me the sun. Ooh, these cards are sticking. Show me the sun for Virgo. Spirit. I'm going to see what's on that split. Temperance, healing, Queen of Pentacles again. So the sun, healing, soul bond energy. Show me the sun for Virgo. Show me the sun for Virgo. Show me the sun for Virgo. Show me the sun. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, Ten of Cups. There's that Ten of Cups card that came up in your channeled messages. So the sun is having all the insight that I need. Ace of Swords. Sharp insight, by the way. King of Swords. Acting upon what I know to be true so that I can have Ten of Cups. Full heart fulfillment with another, with my soul bond. Two of Cups. That's beautiful. You've been manifesting that, whether consciously or subconsciously. And then Eight of Cups, we see a turning point. It's a turning point. The World, new cycle. Two of Wands, a decision. And remember, Spirit showed a new romantic cycle begins. Communication is key. It's time for healing. Eight of Cups. Show me Eight of Cups for Virgo. Show me Eight of Cups for Virgo. Page of Cups. Justice. I know what is fair for me. I know what is correct for me. Show me Eight of Cups for Virgo. Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning. I'm going to build a new beginning from the roots. Ten of Pentacles, so that I can have full abundance. The tree of life. The roots that extend. Oh, the tree, the roots. The roots. Remember, I said the roots seemed like they were all tangled up. And there were some roots that were above the ground, not in the dirt. And Ten of Pentacles is the tree of life. It's the roots that extend into every aspect of our life. And what you're showing, or you're saying is, I've made the decision. I'm going to begin this new journey, Ace of Pentacles, so that I can have that tree of life, so that I can have those roots extend. It's beautiful. All right, two more, Spirit. Eight of Cups. King of Cups was there, by the way. You're speaking to me a lot through the splits, Virgo. One more. Eight of Cups for Virgo. The Empress. Four of Wands. The Lovers. Oh. Empress. I know what is correct for me. I know who I am. I love myself. I know myself. All the experiences that have shaped me make me who I am, and I have authority. So, like your King of Pentacles, Empress energy. I know what I can do within Four of Wands, this relationship, because this is my soul bond, the Lovers. The person that I feel connected to the most in this world. And I'm going to stand in my Empress energy so that I can have the Sun, so that I can have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups in this relationship, in this union. The person that I see myself reflected in. Oh, the mirror. The Lovers is... We see ourselves reflected in one another. The Lover is our greatest challenge, yet our greatest reward. It's the thing that brings us the most fulfillment if we get it right. If we get it right. But you're showing me I have the energy to put towards this. I've made the decision. Two of Wands somewhere. I'm going to pull this Sun in. I'm going to pull in my Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. I love this for you, Virgo. Yay. And so that song, I can't believe that after all this time you keep slipping back across my mind. Did we maybe leave the love behind, afraid of what we felt? So perhaps what was under your moon, the sun, the warmth, possibly that mirroring. Time won't tell me how it might have been, and time won't make what's wrong all right. It can only take me back again and rerun those memories in the black and white. You never see the road you didn't take. You never feel the love that you failed to make. But you never know, might be the words to say, and time won't tell, time won't tell. Beautiful. And so that wand energy that you showed me in your cards, the sword energy, if you remember, you had the King of Swords, you had the Ace of Swords, very sharp insight, very sharp knowledge. Remember, I could see that energy that was in the brain, and it seared right to the heart. And you showed me that heart space. for this. That's beautiful. Excellent. Okay, I am going to pull some Hidden Truth Oracle for you, since this does surround, or since the Lover's connection came up. Let's show me the love in this relationship, Spirit. Show me the love in this Lover's connection. Show me the love. Show me the love in this Lover's connection. Finding out the truth crushed me. Yeah, there was heartache. I am afraid to contact you. Let's see. What else? What else? But remember, Spirit was saying, don't fear. Don't fear the unknown. You never know might be the words to say. I wish I could take back my words. I lost myself for a little while. I wish things could be different. I remember every detail of that day. Yeah, and like the song says, or anything else about the road, the facts we have, the event had the curious effect of stopping clocks. These sojourners, unnamed, have lost everything except each other and their will to survive. Spirit says, remember. Anything else for this Lover's connection for Virgo, Spirit? Anything else? Ooh, that's way too many. Way too many. Way too many, Spirit. I hope that one day you can forgive me. That's beautiful for you, Virgo. All right, let's wrap this up for Virgo. I'm gonna get one more final advice card from Spirit. This is beautiful, Virgo. I think Spirit's overall message is you may not know. You may not know exactly what the purpose was of everything, but in that it's healing, it's transformation, a new cycle is beginning. He's saying communication is key. Look for the signs, there's synchronicities. Nothing has gone wrong. It's all part of a larger plan that you may never know the reasons. Trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that is yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Yeah, and what I could see, this connection, the Lovers, Four of Wands, where else? The Empress, Ten of Cups, the Sun. This is gorgeous. And then you had the Ten of Pentacles as well. That is fulfillment in every aspect. That's the tree of life. Don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle for anything less than you deserve. Yeah. And we have the Empress energy. Know who you are. Know that you love yourself and expect that of others. Maintain your power. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today, Virgo. This has been a beautiful reading. I hope that some of it resonates with you. Please leave it in the comments if it does. And I wish you the very best of luck on this journey. Take care.